and welcome along to Shearer Smokes. I'm just going to turn the camera around a little bit. You can pick out the swans just joined me there for a second, now deciding to sail off. I actually have two. I'll just turn the camera that way. Hopefully you can spot them. Yeah, so a bit of wildlife there for you. Hi, and welcome along to another Shearer Smokes, and you join me here at the banks of the River Devon. I've come slightly further along this time, and I'm just outside Tullibody. I'm actually just off a little footpath that connects Tullibody campus with Menstrie. I think back in the day, the original road would have connected these villages due to the milling trade that was very huge in this area. Some of the mills are still standing. They've been turned into flats, apartments, but the original brickwork is still there, which is quite interesting. And of course, the original windows as well in some cases. But yeah, this is a really nice spot. The sun is kind of peeking through the clouds, but the wind has died down, so it's quite warm. It's nice. And having just finished work this morning, it's a nice spot to come out and enjoy a bowl. And this pipe I have today is the Chacom, which I packed in my bag just in case I could take advantage of the weather this morning. And in the bowl I have the Blood Red Moon tobacco by Cult. I've spoke about Cult before in one of my earlier videos, and it's definitely in the limited range that I have of tobaccos just now. Definitely in my top 3 of aromatics. The aroma that you get from the tin is just awesome. That smell of ripe cherries and chocolate comes through really clearly. And I know from experience now that, of course, in some aromatics, the aroma that you get from the pouch or the tin or the jar if you have it in the cellar, is it doesn't transfer to the flavour. But in this case, I find that it does. There's definitely cherries coming through that chocolate, which is really nice. And of course, enjoying cigars at the same time. A lot of the cigars I smoke have a cocoa chocolate note as well, so it's really nice to have it in the pipe tobacco as well. Talking of cigars, I had a very interesting cigar the other night with my good friend Carnegie, who was celebrating his birthday, as well as a very nice bottle of whiskey. He brought along 2 BHK 56 custom rolls, and I'll just pop in a little picture now and you can have a look. That was the BHK 56 custom rolls. There's quite an air of mystery surrounding them, as no one is quite sure of who the actual roller is. They always come with a bit of a legend, custom rolls, which adds a bit of air of mystery to it, which I quite enjoy. But they were quite really superb cigars, huge cigars, 56 ring gauge, length was about just over 6.5 inches. Smoking time, well, Carnegie, he got through it in about an hour and a half. Me, it took slightly longer, as I was, as always, chatting too much. So I was on probably about just under the 2-hour mark. Really good construction. There's a slight pigtail for the cap, and once you toasted the foot, a really good even burn, and the ash that came off, very nice colour, and it just would break off at the exact moment a slight tap, and very firm. And yeah, I have to say, a very, very enjoyable smoke. So it was a good night in the Shure Cigar Lounge, and a good catch up too. I do have to mention a quick thank you, but a big thank you to Kev. Um, Kev's up there in the granite city of Aberdeen, and Kev has his own channel, Granite City Piper, and Kev very graciously took time out while walking the dog on the beach to give me a shout out. And Kev, I'd just like to say thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it, especially in the wet and windy conditions. Kev was under the umbrella at the time, piping away. So yeah, I appreciate that, Kev. Thank you. If you've not already subscribed, then give Kev a follow too. So yeah, so it's just a shorter video today, just to kind of share where I am. I'll stick some pictures on at the end because, interestingly, on this walk you come under a tunnel, which is a famous haunt for local graffiti artists, and every few months or so the designs change. I have done a few shots before with cigars, using that as a backdrop. So today was the first time I've done it with a pipe, using the theme urban pipe smoking. So I'll pop them on at the end, and you can let me know what you think. But yeah, I'm just going to sit here for a little while the sun is still out. The swans have returned to join me. So yeah, I shall enjoy what's left in the bowl. And until the next episode, thanks again for joining me. And until next time, my name's Shearer. Enjoy your smokes.